So if you have been coding in VS Code but you're not using shortcuts, you're actually working harder than you need to. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the shortcuts that I use daily to speed up my workflow in a real world project. Alright, so the code you are seeing is for a project that I'm working on, and I do post about some of the projects I build on Twitter X. So if you follow me on X, this name shouldn't be new to you. So it's basically an e-commerce site, but I think the code base is quite huge and it's going to fit what we will be discussing today. So the first section that we'll be discussing is how to navigate a large project like this. So the first things first is that if I don't want to see this, which don't normally happen for me in most cases, I can just hide it by pressing Ctrl and B. So Ctrl B will close it and Ctrl B will open it. So you can just toggle like so. And if I want to search for a particular file, so let me say I want to search for this order.txs, I will just hit Ctrl P, then it's going to open this search bar for me to search. Then I can say order and I can see the order right here. And all these are the stuff that are recently opened. That's why I'm getting a complete drop down. So once you find it, you can just click direct to that. And I can also switch back to the previous file that I was currently in. So I can do that by hitting Ctrl and Tab. So it will take me back to the file that I was in, which is the product file. So if I hit Ctrl and Tab again, it's going to take me back to the order. So if I want to duplicate this line of code, instead of me to just highlight it, then hit Ctrl C and paste it, what I can just do is that I will hold Shift Alt and the down arrow key for Windows. So Shift Alt down arrow keys will duplicate it however times you want. And if I want to delete something, what I just do is I just go to the ending or the beginning or even the middle and just do Ctrl X. And if I want to move this line of code upward, I can just hold Alt and the up arrow key is going to move it up and down. So this also applies if I have I highlight a bunch of code. So if I highlight this section and I want to move it down, I can just move it down holding Alt and the down or up arrow key. So this use fetch orders is a custom hook, and I want to see where it is located and what it contains. I can just hold Ctrl and I'll left click. Then you see this pop up right here and you can see where it's coming from, and you can see the function right here. And inside here I can still do the same thing, Ctrl, and if I right click now, it's going to take me to where the function is being exported. So I can come back right. The same thing with these orders as well. So the orders is being used right here. So the next one we'll be looking at is if I want to make changes to this product. So maybe I don't need this product anymore, I want something else. You can see it's being used in a couple of places. What you can just do is hold Ctrl D and you can duplicate it multiple times and you can see where it's being used. But if you have more products, you have to like Ctrl D tons of times. What I would suggest, there are many ways to go about this though. The first way I normally do is, let me come back again. I will just do Ctrl D. I will do Ctrl D. Then I will say Ctrl Shift and L. So it's going to highlight all the products on this page. Another way is that you can just click Ctrl H and look for the product and replace it with something. But the catch right here is that it now highlights all the products. So even though this one was, if this one is in uppercase rather, and I try to like, let me go back and do this again, say Ctrl H, and you can see now it's highlighting the product and it's trying to change all these products right here. So if I want to change this to food now, I can say food, and two ways. If I hit enter, it's just going to change the first one. But if I want to make the change to apply to everything, I can just do Ctrl Alt and enter. So now you can see that everything now has changed to food, as you can see right here. But I'll Ctrl Z this back. So if I want to search for a file, for example, or a word that is being used across different files, I can just do that by saying Control P, and I will hit Shift and this percentage icon, and I can search for any files or word. So if I want this product now, I can just search for product. So it's going to show me all the pages that the word product is being used. I think you can also do the same with files as well. Can you do the same with files? Okay, so it only works with words. So I'm probably sure some of you might know this next one that I want to talk about. If you want to open the terminal, it's Control and backticks, but I normally use Control and J every time, so I use Control J instead of me doing Control and backticks. So I Control J, and if it's your first time, I think the Control J should start here. So if you Control J, you come to these problem tabs, then you just have to do Control and backticks. After that, you just have to be toggling with the Control J. Then to split your screen into two, you just have to do a Control and backslash. It's going to split it into two. And if you want to close out this entire screen, you can just do Control and W. So the same goes with the files. If I don't want this file again, I can just do Control W. It's going to take it away. But if I want to bring it back, I will just hit Control Shift and T. So it's going to revert back to the tab. So if I want to change this number types for these three parameters to a string, what I will have to do to make it efficient and fast for me is that I'll come to the end of this one and hold down the Alt button and left click on the end of this and do the same here. So if they're uniform, maybe the lengths are the same, you can just do right click at the end, then you hold Control Alt and down arrow key. So this is not going to work because the lengths are not really the same. So cases like this, you can just do Alt click click. Is quite really fast. So you just highlight all the things you want to highlight and get rid of them. And you can also delete words quickly by using the Control key and just using clicking on your left and right button. So this will take you to the end of each word, as you can see. And if I want to highlight the word, I can just do Control Shift and left click is going to highlight those words. Then I can just click on the space bar to delete that word. The same thing for this as well. So if I want to pull this element in another div, the way you would do it is to just create a div right here. Then you can just highlight this and use the Alt and the Alt button to push it inside. So that is nice, and it takes quite a second, but what I will just do, and I think what I want to do is quite longer, but it's something that I'm already used to and it's fast to me. So I can just highlight this and click on Control Shift and P to open this, and I can just select this emet with abbreviation. So if I select this right here, I can now create the div and specify a class name, and once I'm done, I can just hit enter. It's going to show right here. So just if this works for you, you can stick with it, but if the traditional way works for you as well, you can still stick to that. And I don't know if this has happened to you. There are some times where you'll be working on a project and you see some errors that don't really affect the output, but the errors are just there. And even though you fix them, the errors still persist. I don't know if it's a caching issue, but what I do is that I just hold Control Shift and P again, then I will reload the window. So what this does is that it doesn't kill your server, it just reload the entire window, and 99% of the times that error you face goes away. And the final thing we'll be talking about is how to quickly switch between files on different directories. So I'm currently on an other page or other file that is inside the page directory. So if I want to go there, I will have to now scroll down to the pages directory, and look for the others page, and maybe if I want something else, I can just go there and click on it, and I can still search for it, which is not bad. But there's something that's really easy, and I don't do this in most of my tutorials, but on personal projects I do use it, is by clicking on the file that's currently open. So if I click on this, you see all the files for the page. The same thing, if I click on the pages, you get access to other folders and you can easily access without coming directly and start scrolling up, because most of the times you won't remember the name, so you have to scroll to there. So using this really makes searching for files really easy. And like I said, if that is too difficult for you and you are familiar with your code base, of which you should be, you can just search for anything you want easily. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video. There are some shortcuts I didn't cover, but I will try to do another video and talk about them. And I'll also love to know and learn some of the shortcuts that you use in the comment section. And don't forget to like and share this video if you found it helpful. Till next time.